Hello, my name is Mr. Q7 and today I'm going to be talking about the recently released Minecraft RTX demo and how it compares to Sonic Ether's Path Trace Global Illumination or PTGI shaders. The footage in the background of this video is a game of Bed Wars I played with my friends using the SEUS PTGI shaders with maxed out settings in the OCD PBR texture pack. So first, I'll just clarify, the Minecraft RTX demo was recently released. It was made by NVIDIA, and it was released in beta for Minecraft on Windows 10 Edition. And to play it, you need, of course, Minecraft Windows 10 Edition, but also one of their RTX graphics cards. So that'd be a 2060, a 2060 Super, 2070, 2070 Super, 2080, 2080 Ti, 2080 Super, RTX Titan, any of the graphics cards that have their Turing cores, which is what's used to calculate the rays. The Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders are just a shader pack that have path tracing, and therefore the Java edition of Minecraft, and all you need to run those is Minecraft for Java Edition, Optifine, because that's how you run shaders, and the pack, which you can donate to his Patreon to get access to, because it's also still in early access. Now, I'll start out with the comparisons of the two. The first thing I'll compare is frame rate. The frame rate on the Windows 10 version, so the RTX version, is better than the frame rate on the Java edition, with this, both with the highest settings they'll go at 8 render distance chunks. And on Windows 10 edition I was playing on the theme park level that was free with the RTX, and for Java edition I was playing Bed Wars on Hypixel. And on Java edition, I was seeing frame rates that hovered around the 30s, where on Windows 10 edition, I never saw my frame rate really go down below 45. I'd say it hovered around the 50s. So definitely a better frame rate on Windows 10 edition, which is what I would expect, seeing as, one, the Windows 10 edition is a lot more optimized, and I mean it has Mojang, or not Mojang, Microsoft Mojang and NVIDIA. I don't know if it's all of them, but I know definitely NVIDIA working on it, and they're like a professional team, whereas Sonic Ether, I mean, he's just one guy, and what he's done is very impressive, but it doesn't make use of the Turing cores, so I'd also see the frame rate to be lower on Java Edition because there is no access to use those Turing cores to do the ray calculations. So the winner for frame rate is definitely Windows 10 Edition. Availability, Java Edition, I'd say Java Edition wins this one because you don't need an RTX graphics card to run it, since it's doing path tracing instead of ray tracing, and it doesn't need the Turing cores to do it. So Java Edition, like if you have a 16 series graphics card or even older, like an AMD one or whatever you have, most likely you'll be able to do it on Java Edition, even if the frame rate's going to be pretty crappy. Like, don't expect this to run on Intel integrated graphics or anything. Settings, Java Edition definitely has more customizability. You can change lots of settings, performance settings, post-processing settings. You can even change the way the clouds look. Like, you're just given a lot of options so that you can make it look exactly the way you want it to look. So I know for me, I have the saturation pretty high because I like bright, colorful images compared to more, like, say, more realistic ones. And on Windows 10 Edition, you're just kind of stuck with what the texture pack gives you, and you kind of can't really change like saturation or hue or brightness or gamma or any of that stuff. As for beta, there's both not like official releases yet. Sonic Ether's still working on his, NVIDIA's still working on theirs. So I'd say there's a tie for both of them. Graphics packs. On Java Edition, you can use any graphics pack you want with the shaders. The only downside is most graphics packs don't have PBR textures or specular maps or all the fancy things, so you're not going to get the same like level of detail, because the normal Minecraft textures, like in a normal resource pack, everything's flat. There's no bumpiness at all. So the light just bounces off that flat surface and it's not as impressive. And you can download resource packs that do have uh, like specular textures, PBR textures. I don't know the specific term for them. I think it's PBR textures, but it gives the blocks like roughness so that the light looks more realistic. So it's not all just like a cube that's completely flat. On the Windows 10 edition, you can download some. I know that at release, NVIDIA made 2 packs, and somebody else, I don't remember their name, made 2 packs that you can download and run on any world you want. But the 6 worlds that NVIDIA released, or they're on the Windows, or on the Minecraft store, I can't remember names of things. They come with their own texture packs, and you're told not to overlap them because it can break some things. But you're either stuck with using, or what I'm trying to say is like you have to use a graphics pack that has the new textures to run RTX. You can't take a normal texture pack and run RTX with it. Whereas on Java Edition, you can take a normal texture pack and use the path tracing on it. It just won't look as nice as it could. Which to some people, this might not be a problem. I know for me, I don't really care because I think the texture packs provided look fine, and the ones that you can, I'm sure people are going to make texture packs as time goes on for Windows 10 Edition. So I don't really think Java is better right now, but I don't think it's a big deal to most people. Next thing I'll talk about, real-time ray tracing. Now, the Java Edition uses a technique called path tracing, which calculates the rays of lights bouncing off of things for the entire scene, whether you're looking at something or not. So that's more intensive than ray tracing, where ray tracing, it calculates the ray calculations and the light bouncing off things for what you're looking at. And since it's not rendering things that you're not looking at, then it saves on performance. Now, the Java Edition can't use ray tracing, so it doesn't have access to those tensor cores to do the ray calculations. So it's still, like, ray tracing and path tracing look the same, it's just a performance difference. And also, path tracing you can do on most GPUs. Yeah, maybe not on really old ones, but any modern one you should be able to do path tracing on it. The Windows 10 Edition, since it uses ray tracing, you have to have those tensor cores for right now. I know that AMD's working on doing ray tracing on their stuff, but for when this video is uploaded, the only cards that have it are the RTX cards. So that'd be like your 2060s, 2070s, 2080s Quadro RTX if you have one of those for some reason. I don't know, you're some developer or something. There is a problem though. I have noticed on the, in the most noticeable place I saw this. I'm sorry I can't get a recording of this because when I try to record the RTX demo, it's a stuttery mess. Like, my computer's good, but it isn't good enough apparently. But anyways, if you move your mouse really fast, you can see the rays being calculated as you're moving, like along the edges, and it's really distracting in some places. And like sometimes it's fine, but sometimes it can be really bad and really distracting and really take away from the immersiveness. Java Edition, it has it, but it's a lot less than it can be on the Windows 10 Edition. because on Java Edition I don't really notice it. Like I've seen it, but it's not distracting me. Whereas on the RTX version it is. And the thing that's kind of sad about that is that like NVIDIA is the one that's been working on this. They should know their own technology the best, yet somehow they're having this problem. The thing is though is it's still in beta. I would hope it gets completely fixed and it's not there at all in the final release. And everything's subject to change since both of these are still in beta. Alright, so now for the overall look of it. In my opinion, Java Edition looks better with the default settings than Windows 10 Edition. And that's because, from what I've seen on the Windows 10 Edition, the fog and like the God rays on Windows 10 Edition, in my opinion, just make it seem really, really crappy. Like if it were me, I'd disable the fog, which you can do with a command, but out of the box it's really foggy. And then the God rays, they look nice, but in actual gameplay I'd probably want them off, or at least turned down, because they're distracting, and like if you're looking through a God ray you can't see what's behind it, and something important might be behind that God ray. So it looks nice with the God rays. I don't like the fog. I think it's distracting. I think it just limits your visibility. Java Edition doesn't have those issues out of the box, and also even if you wanted to change stuff, you can quite easily. You just go into the settings. Windows 10 Edition, you can change the fog, but you have to do it with a command, and there's no nice GUI to do it. So overall look of it, Java Edition definitely wins for me. Your opinion might be different. You might think the fog and the God rays look amazing, but that's not my opinion. So, and now for my final opinion, which one I think is better. I like Java Edition better for multiple reasons. One, it doesn't have that issue that I was talking about earlier with the rays being calculated on when you're moving your mouse really fast. It does not have that issue nearly as much. Also, you have a lot of freedom with you still being able to use any graphics pack you want and still use the path tracing and the shader, whereas on Bedrock Edition you're limited, especially right now since it just released. There aren't many graphics packs that have those textures. Also, the customizability is a big plus for the Java Edition. As I said earlier, I have my settings, not the default ones. I have them customized in the post-processing to make them look the way I want it to look, a bright, colorful image. Whereas Windows 10 Edition, you're just kind of stuck with the way it looks, like you can't change it. And also the fact that it's Java Edition and not Windows 10 Edition, because Java Edition has a lot better mod support. It has more, in my opinion, better servers. Like for example, I can't play Minecraft Bed Wars, which is the main reason I play Minecraft nowadays, on Bedrock Edition. It's only on Java. So even if Windows 10 Edition just blew away Java Edition and all the ray tracing things, the fact that I can't play my Bed Wars and can't use mods, because I do like to play modded servers, I'd still choose Java Edition for those two main reasons. I think that the Windows 10 Edition has a lot of room to improve and will improve quickly, because I'm sure NVIDIA is getting a lot of feedback from people, and I hope they're working hard to try to make it a great experience before it releases publicly. And I also think that Sonic Ether, he works hard to make his shader, and I'd recommend if you're interested in it, you should donate to his Patreon and try it out for yourself. But I think they both have a lot of room to improve, and I'm excited to see how all of them will look in the future. So anyway, that's all from me for today. I'm going to let this video continue till the end of this Bed Wars game. I think it's around 15 minutes. I've been talking for 14 minutes. So, if you liked what I said, you can leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.